Babymetal is a Japanese metal vocal and dance group, consisting of Suzuka Nakamoto as Suimetal, Moa Kikuchi as Moametal and Yui Mizuno as Yuimetal. The concept of the group is a fusion of metal and idol. The three teenage girls and their group are managed by the Amuse talent agency. They released their debut album of the same name February 2014. History, 2010 to 2012, Origins and Formation. The group was initially formed as a subunit of the female idol group Sakura Gakuen, aiming to realize a fusion of metal and idol music. None of the three members knew what metal music was before the inception of the band. Suzuka Nakamoto once said in an interview to MTV 81, "The first time we heard the idea for Babymetal, we were like "Oi, what the? A Euro?" According to Babymetal, Babymetal's name came to him by revelation. It is a play on the words heavy metal. Baby may indicate cuteness, metal a Euro intensity. Also, he has come to like interpreting it as newborn metal. In an interview for Razor TV while in Singapore in late 2013, the band members also used the latter interpretation. They stated their brand of metal was a newborn genre, and that was what Baby and Babymetal stood for. Babymetal's first indie CD single, titled Babymetal Akiba of Akiba, ranked third in the Oricon Weekly Indie Chart and number 1 in the Tower Records Shibuya Weekly Indie Ranking. The band's major debut single Dame Zatai sold 19,000 copies in its first week and debuted at number 6 in the Oricon Weekly Singles Chart. 2013-present, debut album, growth in popularity and viral success. In the spring of 2013, Suzuka Nakamoto graduated from junior high school and therefore had to graduate from the group Sakura Gakuen. However, their management decided that Babymetal would not dissolve and would continue its activities as a band. The group released its next single, titled Meg Tune on Wednesday, June 19. On November 20, 2013, Babymetal released its first live DVD Blu-ray disc. The disc contains 3 different concerts. The Blu-ray disc version debuted at 7th place in the weekly Oricon Blu-ray disc charts. On August 10 and 11, 2013, Babymetal performed at the Summer Sonic 2013 Rock Festival which was held in Tokyo and Osaka. Reportedly, Metallica members came to watch their show. It was Babymetal's second time playing at the festival. In 2012, they became the youngest artists ever to perform there. Later, in October 2013, Babymetal also became the youngest artists ever to perform at the heavy metal music festival, Loud Park. In November 2013, Babymetal released a promo video for the Japanese premiere of Metallica's movie Through the Never. On February 26, 2014, Babymetal released its first, self-titled album. It contained 13 tracks and was also available in a limited edition that included a DVD with music videos and live footage. The album was very well received by music critics as well as the public, selling over 37,000 copies in Japan on its first week and debuting at number 4 in Oricon and number 2 in Billboard Japan. It also topped metal iTunes charts in the US, UK and Germany and on March 22 reached 187th position on US Billboard 200, something that very few Japanese artists have achieved. On March 1 and 2, 2014, the band gave 2 concerts at Budokan. With the average age of 14.7, they became youngest ever female act to give a show there. The 2 concerts were attended by 20,000 people. At the March 2 concert, a European tour, to take place in the summer, was announced. Babymetal made their debut appearance in the United Kingdom at the Sonosphere Festival 2014. They performed on the main Apollo stage on July 5. Babymetal is also going to be the opening act to 5 Lady Gaga's concerts in her tour Art Rave, the ARTPOP Ball. Musical style: the music group are most commonly associated with the genres death metal, heavy metal and J-pop, but have also incorporated various other subgenres into their music such as symphonic death metal, melodic speed metal, synthpop, trance and idol music. They have also been dubbed by their record label and fans as kawaii metal, because of their Japanese teen pop style fused together with metal genres. Before the trio formed, they previously had no experience into the metal genre. Yui Mizuno admitted that beforehand she was actually scared of heavy metal music, but later stated that it a unregistered trademark is fun and I see why people enjoy it so much. I still don't unregistered trademark completely understand it, but I'm interested. Babymetal, the band's producer, aimed to create a fusion of heavy metal genres and mix them with Japanese idol music, quoting at Amuse, "We have this group called Perfume and I really like them. But I thought, if a unregistered trademark I'm gonna make a group, how would I do it? I really like metal, so I figured a unregistered trademark try mixing metal and idol music." Live performances. The dancing trio all perform vocal roles. Suzuka Nakamoto is the clean vocalist of the trio while Moa Kikuchi and Yui Mizuno perform scream vocals with additional clean vocals. The trios usually dress up in punk Lolita-style outfits of red and black. Nakamoto, the tallest of the three, is typically in the center, with the other two members positioned either side of her. In addition, Kikuchi and Mizuno make up a subgroup called Black Babymetal. The dancing is choreographed by the trio's dance teacher Mikiko, who is renowned for her choreography with Perfume and owns her own dance company called 11 Play. Instead of the sign of the horns, the band uses the hand gesture of the fox to symbolize the band's divine inspiration. When asked about this divinity they replied, "We unregistered trademark they actually never met the fox god, but because of his blessing, we were able to become Babymetal." In their concerts, Babymetal are assisted by a backup band, which is either a pretend band called Babybone, dressed in black and white skeleton outfits, who mime playing instruments, or a live band called Full Metal Band. The first time they performed with a live band was in October 2012. There is also a backup dance group called Sister Bone that may join them on stage. Metal Hammer described their act using the formula short skirts, schoolgirl charm and squeaky voices, just like in the manga comics. But they mix the whole thing with metal. Members: Suzuka Nakamoto, clean vocals, dance; Moa Kikuchi, clean vocals, screams, dance; Yui Mizuno, clean vocals, screams, dance. Discography: studio albums, singles, music videos, video albums, references. External links: official website, Babymetal's channel on YouTube, Babymetal on Facebook, Babymetal on Twitter.